about inspiring our young people here in Leicester and Leicestershire about the wide variety of careers and future paths open to them. And that's very much, I think, what we want to see. Is what I wanted to see when I was Secretary of State, was young people to really know what's out there in terms of their future.
All employers say to us that they need equipment, they need new areas where they can trade, they need new buildings, but the one thing they always come back to is they need really good, young, enthusiastic and skilled staff. They can't always get hold of them.
I think it's very significant that the Leicester Leicestershire LEP have embraced this whole idea of bridging that gap between the world of education and the world of work.
Bringing together a whole range from public, third, private sector. People have travelled from all over the county to be here because they believe in inspiring young people. And the range is important so that young people can hear about jobs they never even realised existed.
It's fantastic at this event here that you've got the likes of police officers, MPs, people like myself and all types of industry. These kids are getting advice, which is absolutely fantastic.
Every 6 minutes they're going to have an employer in front of them. The event has been really well organised with the prompt sheets, so hopefully they're going to ask some really good questions and they'll be able to ask their own questions as well, and they'll walk away not walking around some stands and going where they think they're going to enjoy, actually maybe talking to someone or finding out of a career that they had no idea about and didn't even know they were interested in.
Gives them a perspective on what's out there career-wise, because a lot of them, I think, in schools work in a little bit of a bubble. And while we're good with our careers education, I think it's invaluable that they get the opportunity to talk to real people in real jobs.
It's really important that young people keep their career options open, which means keeping their subject choices open as well.
I hope that they come away with an understanding that actually it's the skill sets that are actually quite transferable. There are certain skills that are universal, and actually the routes into jobs will be really interesting to see that actually where you start and where you might end up might be two completely different things, but that there are ways to get to your end goal.
The schools need this type of interaction all the time to show what new careers there are in the local area. So this is the start of a big thing, hopefully.
For employers, they're getting the chance to meet the workforce of tomorrow, so they can tell those young people, this is what you can expect if you work in my industry or my company, and these are the employability skills that we're looking for.
It's never too early to kind of set somebody's aspirations. It's never too early to inform people about the breadth of opportunities that are available.
Bringing young people into our organisation is absolutely key. We've grown in Leicester from no people 18 months ago to 700 today, and we're going to continue growing, and we recognise to do that we need to really invest in the young people of today because they're our future.
One of the things we find with young people is that if they haven't got that goal, you know, they're not sure what they're working towards, but they can actually kind of lose focus with lessons and their subjects and learning. You know, coming to events like this creates aspiration. It gives them something to aim for, something to go back and say, do you know what, that's something I want to get into. What do I need to do to get into that?
There's so much out there, and you don't know what qualifications you need and skills and aspects.
I think I'm more open-minded about my choices. It gives me a lot of confidence because now I know that I should do research, and when I go for my job interview, I know I have to be more passionate.
It's important to leave my options open for a career, to just try hard in my GCSEs. So I've got as many options as possible.
There are certain attributes that you need, like communication skills, a good personality, listening skills.
I've got a few ideas. I'd say I'm definitely more clearer than I was when I started. Yeah, I'd definitely go to one again.
I think this has been an amazing event. Quite intimidating for me, all those students. I felt like I was being interviewed. They're incredibly successful, and it was really nice to see some glimmers in some of these students' eyes. You know, they clearly never heard of my role before or my company. They started to really take an interest, which was great.
It's really enabled employers and people coming from schools to actually use this space really well, and it was so interactive today, and you could tell straight away that the sort of buzz and energy of today was really apparent right from the beginning.
Some of the questions that young people have asked employers today, it's really their first opportunity to do that. We feel that we've had great support, it's a fantastic venue, and we've had a great event.